Most kids, when they're growing up, they dream of, scoring highlight reel goals, right? I'm sure you've heard this a lot of times. But for you, you dreamed of stopping, 100-mile-per-hour ball coming straight at you. I mean, when did you decide that you wanted to be a goaltender?
It kind of started right from the beginning with hockey. So I had two sisters and a brother that were hockey goalies, and then that's what I wanted to do. And I love Marc-Andre Fleury. I always wanted to be a goalie because of him. So I started out in hockey and became a goalie in that, and then was approached by a couple of people in Peterborough to see if I wanted to start playing lacrosse, and they needed a goalie, so I figured I would give it a shot, and kind of all went downhill from there. But I actually remember driving to a lacrosse practice one day with my mom, and she asked, "What do you want to do? Do you want to play hockey or do you want to play lacrosse? You're long term." I was like, "Oh, I think I could probably see myself playing lacrosse." And after that, it just kind of went from there, and that was my main goal, was to make it in lacrosse. We'd always go with our minor Laker teams and sit up in the party zone and at the Mem Center and watch like Shawnee Evans, Scott Evans, Steinhaus, Matt Vince, like all the big names, especially Tracy Koleski, who's been my coach in Philly now and then coaching me with the Lakers now. But going there and everybody taking their shirt off and whipping it around after a goal. A big one was when they won the Mann Cup. I think it was 2012. So getting to be on the floor with people and taking pictures, and yeah, I mean, those are some of the best memories, and I kind of started my love for the game.
When he was 9 and the Lakers won the Mann Cup, and he stood at the gate where they walk through every game now, and he stood there looking up in the stands and looking around. He wasn't really looking at anything, and he could see something, and he turned to me and he says, "Man, I can't wait till I play for the Lakers." And I remember saying, "Not to worry about that, Deco, you're young, we'll go." And we got to see him start a game and get his first win there, and I got to see what we were all waiting for, what he was waiting for, and it was pretty awesome. It was a pretty awesome feeling.
I believe we're in Oakville after playing a tournament, and the Lakers were playing there after, and I begged my dad to stay a little bit longer so we could watch the game, and just being able to see Matt Vince out there, and he's jacked, stretching, and just saying I want to be like him one day. And I was just this little kid watching, and all of these guys wanted to play in the NLL, wanted to play for the Lakers. I think for him was just kind of an unknown role model of who I wanted to become in lacrosse.
He was 9 when he told me he was going to make the NLL. And at that time, I just told him, "Man, don't worry about that. Just play lacrosse, bud. You got a long time before then." And he didn't really talk about it too much growing up, but I knew that was his goal. And, I thought goalies will be the 5th or 6th round. I'm sitting there, and I'll be honest, I had a little nap, and I woke up and I saw Philadelphia on the board, and I just turned my phone on, and I actually got the capture of them drafting him on my own phone. And I remember being so proud, and all I could think about was that little boy telling me that he was going to make the NLL. I tell you, it was a dream come true for him and for us, and for my wife Carol and his sisters. Our whole family supported him so much, and we're all very proud of him. So when he got drafted, it was amazing to everybody.
I live and grew up in Curve Lake First Nation. My tribe is Ojibwe. Growing up, lacrosse wasn't a big game up here. It was more baseball. I'm lucky that I got introduced to lacrosse, especially being so close to Peterborough, that it kind of just took off from there. And then lacrosse is such a small world where everybody kind of knows everybody, especially being Indigenous and playing lacrosse as well. It's an even smaller world. When I was younger, Sean Evans would come out and run camps at the baseball diamonds down the road, and I just try and do that and help out as much as I can. And we actually just built a new facility down the road to kind of start playing box lacrosse, playing hockey, just kind of introducing more sports into the community. So I'm gonna try and help out as much as I can with that.
When Peterborough asked him if he wanted to be traded, he agreed to give him a choice where he wanted to go, and he said Burlington, and they all patted him on the shoulder and said, "Now go win a Minto Cup." And my wife and I were standing there, and we thought, wouldn't that be nice, and they went through, and ever since Deep was small, he always believed in things that maybe were too far out of reach, but he believed so much that it came true. It sounds kind of corny, but belief is belief. Belief is life.
Playing against Nubiko, an unbelievable team, playing against Orangeville, who was near perfect all year. Those are a couple of dream teams, especially playing level of competition and beating them, and it was like we had the dream team. It was a pretty special feeling, and I think that there was just such a big belief in the team that there was there's nothing that could really happen that could kind of dampen our spirits, especially getting out there a little bit late. We kind of all knew that we were supposed to be here.
Before you knew it, the whole team believed that they were unbeatable. And when they won it all, it was unbelievable.
It definitely started when I was younger, especially playing hockey. We kind of got this little hand signal code that we got whenever I'm playing, and if I'm not doing great or if something's happening, we kind of can talk to each other without talking to each other. So it's kind of always been that way, and kind of no matter where we are, I kind of look for him, and he's been there right from the beginning. I'm very grateful for that, and especially in the winter as well. He makes the trip almost every home game to Philly. It's the 7.5-hour drive, and he's always there. It's pretty special, and I think makes me play just that little bit better as well.